For this video, I used an Ebony Graphite pencil. Of course, you could use any pencil you want, but that's what I prefer. I just used a simple eraser that you get from the art or craft store. And I also used some Copic markers. Now, you don't have to use Copic markers, it's just my preference. The colors of markers that I used were blues, browns, and flesh tones. So if you have any brand of markers in those colors, as long as there's different shades, then you'll be fine. I also used a white gel pen for highlights and corrections. Right now I'm just going over the basic shape of the eye. I started out with a circle, as you saw, and marked the points where I wanted each end of the eye to be. And after that, I just connected the points, creating the shape of the eye. Right now I'm making the pupil. Make sure it goes over the second highest line, just to make it look more natural. Right now I'm just creating the shape of the eyebrow. It doesn't necessarily have to be that shape. I just decided that this would be easiest. Right now I'm just lining the sketch with my micron pen. I forgot to mention that in the beginning of the video. This is my favorite liner pen. It's very good quality. Careful when you're lining the eyelashes because it's very easy to make mistakes and you can't undo them. So just try to be careful with that. As well. It's not necessary, but it will make it easier to fill it in later. Go ahead and erase everything. Make sure your liner is dry so it doesn't smudge all over the place. Trust me, that's happened to me several times before and you do not want that to happen. Right now I'm just going over one side, a little edge in the black. I'm not doing it entirely in black because I want there to be a little bit of depth in the eye. So I'm going over the next part with my N8, my natural gray. I'm just filling in the rest of the eye with my N6, my natural gray number 6. It's just a little bit lighter than my N8. That I made a little mistake there, so I'm just covering that up with my white gel pen. B19 for the eyebrows and an E15 for the highlight. Itself, I used a B12, a B14, and a B18. I'm just sampling the colors on the piece of paper. Normally I would do it on a separate piece of paper, however this was not a commissioned piece and I was just doing this solely for the tutorial, so I kept it on the same piece of paper so you could see it. I know I showed the B29 in there, it's like an ultramarine color, but I decided it wasn't what I was going for, so I decided to leave it out. Now I'm just filling in the iris with my B12, it's the lightest blue color that I'm using. Going over the top half again with the B12 just to give it some more depth. I left the bottom half just gone over once because it would make it a little lighter, and I will also be going over the top sections with the B14. Right now I'm going over the very top with my B18. It's the darkest blue I'm using. I'm just lining the very tips of it so it just gives it more depth like I said before. Go over it again with the B14 just to make sure it's all blended in. Going in with my E00, it's a flesh tone, and also my R20, which is a little blush, just to make it look a bit more realistic. Now I'm going over the eyelids with my E00. I'll be shading here in a little bit, but for right now I'm just filling it in. Shading in areas with my E11, it's the next in my line of flesh tones that I'm using. And there you have it, that's how you make a simple eye. Just add some little highlights in there with the white gel pen like I used. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.